Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is May 31st, 2021, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the U.S. markets are closed today in observance of Memorial Day. That means the stock market and some of the indices will be affected by that, and some of the commodities as well. So just be aware of it. No major economic event scheduled for today, but as we look at the various markets, just expect lighter volume today, just because with the U.S. markets being closed. Now, the Forex symbols pretty much unchanged, while we saw the indices last week pretty much unchanged as well, as they rallied a little bit in commodities, oil unchanged, and gold tapering off from its highs at 1910. In terms of the stocks, which are not going to be trading today, but we're going to cover it just anyway, Alcoa did gain. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin looking much weaker. So let's take a look at some of the market activities that potentially could happen and unload today. So I'm reiterating, expect lighter volume today in the markets in observance of Memorial Day in the United States. But starting out here with the Euro USD, you can see we're pretty much flatlining here. Okay, if you do have any positions open, just expect almost nothing to happen today. We've been in a very tight range between 122 and 121.94. I mean, that is really a very, very tight range. It's not even, tradable, I would say. So just take it easy today. If we look across the board, all of the major pairs are really consolidating versus the US dollar. If we look at the Aussie dollar, consolidated tremendously here. The GBP also, although it's on the top of the range, but you could see it's almost unchanged for the day. And lastly, looking at the Canadian dollar, I mean, this is really very much unchanged. Now looking at oil, okay, and gold. First looking at gold, we did taper off once we hit that 1910. We're just, flirting with it right now at 1906. And looking at oil as well at 66.84 after hitting $67 a barrel, which is a decent rally for the price of oil from last week. Now looking at the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq, both of them will be closed today, but I want to cover it anyway, just to see what last week's activity was. We did have a inflationary number that came out on Friday. That was a positive number, and we did look to rally at 34,500. We're right there right now. So just expect don't expect anything from the Dow Jones today, but a nice little push above this area. Looking at the Nasdaq also, we're back at that 13,640-ish level, 400-ish level, but not breaking above it. 13,700-ish level, but not breaking above it. I was thinking about 14,000. Now looking at Alcoa, this is where it got very interesting. We had a gap and go. Let's see if we get that today. I mean, this is really making up for some of the real estate that we lost from the previous week. And JP Morgan also kind of strong on that 164, 165 high. Now, as we look at the other major components like Facebook, okay, did push higher last week to new record highs, but didn't sustain it. And we're now breaking the 8-day moving average, okay? I'm not saying that we're going to sell off aggressively, but just point to ponder. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, we're back at the 34,000-ish level. If we're looking at a 1-hour chart, we tapered off from 36,000 down to 34,600-ish level. Now, we do have support at this 34,000, so just expect choppy trading today. Okay, we may just see ourselves rallying between these two pivot points, between 36,000 and 34,600-ish level. So just expect it, okay? I do expect further trading in a range until we see some sort of momentum in either direction. This is Fred Razak. Want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.